guys and gals, animal friends, and spirit pals. Welcome or welcome back to the Spirit Whisperer channel. Hey, it's me, Spirit Whisperer, aka Mark, here again for another little taped video. I want to do a little looking at this and that. Well, mostly this. Kind of a short video. Just do a little bit of tarot tickling. And I thought maybe one or two of you might want to go along for the ride and see what you think. So, this video, I'm just going to look at the Trumpsters' health and well-being. I'm particularly interested between now and November 5th. So, spirit guides, tarot, cards, let's all align with me and give me clear readings, please. Guide my brain so I know how to interpret the cards in a correct way. Alrighty, here we go. So the first thing I wanted to look at was that bizarre occurrence where he like danced around for like, what, 38 minutes or something stupid. I mean, if you just think a minute, if any other candidate for president ever did that, yeah, I don't know. How can you think he's in his right mind? Anyway, let's see what the cards say about what was the reason for that, or what was at the bottom of that. Okay, I'm gonna pull 3 here cards. Okay. I'm going to pull one more. Like, what was going on there? What was it? Okay, well, first we get the Hermit. I feel like, you know, he got off the path. He lost the way. He was a little old man. Mostly, I think he lost his, you know, the train of thought, as if there ever was one. But, you know, I think he stopped answering questions because he didn't know what was happening, where he was, what was going on, what's next. He just went to music just to pass the time, you know, to get to the end of it, because he didn't quite know what he was supposed to do. I feel like it was a mental lapse, like kind of not realizing where he was, what he's supposed to do. Even like after he told that woman that was on there who looked like a deer in the headlights, I only saw a little bit, so I don't even know what the, you know, I know it was supposed to be a town hall meeting and he didn't want to answer any questions. And after he answered a couple, he didn't want to answer anymore. I guess people passed out because they didn't have any air conditioning or whatever. But he'd asked that lady, whoever she was, to put on music. And then I heard her, I saw the part where she said, "Well, Mr. President, we got your music. Are you ready?" And he's like going, "What music?" Like he immediately forgot but he even told them to put on music. You know, he didn't know if he's coming or going. And I think that's why we get this upside down Knight of Wands with the Passion in this race car. He basically did not know if he was coming or going. He was you know, the lights were on, but nobody's home energy. And then just the music and the wing nuts there that were like bouncing and clapping and acting like this was all normal felt like love. So then I think he just stood there for like, you know, a half hour just soaking up that energy. Ooh, okay, yeah. Poor old dude. Okay, let's look at, oh, before I, let me pull a couple more from a different deck. Oh, Lord. Just for fun. See if I get a little more about that, about why did his big town hall turn into a dance party, you know, with opera music playing. Come on, get down and boogie. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, I think, yeah, this one needs to come out too. I think, yeah, this one. You know, he was going to get up there and do his regular old, you know, hate speech about how horrible everybody is and how horrible the United States and how much he hates everything and everybody. But his poor little brain went wonkadook. Like I get truth upside down. Now, of course, he never tells the truth. But even, I don't think he could keep, it seems to me like he wasn't able to make sense in his mind about, like if you ask him a question, there wasn't any connection there. Who knows what he would say? You know, it was impossible to know. Of course, truth upside down is him in general. But also communication upside down. I think the receivers, the transmitters, the mouth wasn't working. All of a sudden, there was just chaos. He's always got kind of a chaotic brain, I think, but this was even different chaos, different kind of chaos. Okay, well, all those cards just seem to talk about, you know, that it wasn't a plan or anything. I feel like it was just him losing it and just trying to get to the end to get him out of there. You know, it was just kind of watching him go down with the ship a little bit, like just sink in front of us. Not in front of me, but in front of the people that were there. All right, let's just look in general at his health. Mental, physical, emotional. I guess we'll throw spiritual in there for him for the next, you know, 19 days between now and the election, now and November 5th. What's his health like? You know, like they canceled a ton of engagements that he had agreed to. Now all of a sudden he's not going. I feel like his handlers are a little bit worried about what might occur. Let's see here. What's going on with his health? Okay, those are very interesting that I shall share with you. Let's pull a couple from this here deck too, I like to do different decks sometimes, just to get, you know, a different perspective or the same, you know, but again, all the cards are available again. So let's look here. We're still looking. Our question is, what's his health doing? Okie dokie. Interesting. This one aspect I keep hearing that I wasn't really thinking about, but yeah, maybe that. Okie dokie. Okay, let's see here. So we're looking at his health and well-being between now and the election. Okay. So first thing I get is the Ten of Pentacles. Now this is talking about inheritance, inheriting health issues inherited from his father or grandfather or ancestors. Now it's interesting because his father had Alzheimer's. I don't like to keep bringing that up, but I think that's what it is in one shape or one form or another. And this card tends to be talking about its health, pentacles, that's inherited, passed down. And it shows that kind of, there's this well-to-do, wealthy guy, because Ten of Pentacles would also be there's lots of money and everything, but that's not the only thing he inherited. he also inherited the illness. He's getting weaker and weaker. It's becoming harder and harder to present a strong front or to seem like you got it together. It's, well, just the opposite of strength. He's weak. He's feeling weak. You know, I get to, there's physical weakness, but we're also talking about mental here. She's holding him right by the head, by the temple. Here's the other thing that's kind of coming up in this is he goes into these, like, it's like it's like a euphoric kind of, I feel happy and kind of childlike and oh boy, but there's nothing really there to create that reaction. But he flips into this like euphoric, everything wonderful, all the people love me, especially women, energy. Like, really, it's more like a euphoria that just kind of comes, and it's just this kind of happiness, but it's not connected to anything. It's like a mindless happiness. Something. I don't even know if that's a symptom of that, but they keep telling me that that was a little bit what was witnessed at that event. It was just sort of music and it was all very, I don't know, it was part of the sickness. They're telling me it was like a symptom of it, that Alzheimer's patients will have this euphoric part. I don't really know because I haven't had that in, close enough for me to know. I had an aunt, and I do remember her kind of acting like a child, and like a happy child too, Anyway, so the Four of Pentacles, a lot of times Pentacles represents health and well-being. Kind of grasping for it, holding on as tight as he can, trying to make it to the presidency, but sinking fast. Look at that, grasping to stay on top of it. But there you go. It's overtaking you. It's consuming you. Well, sounds just wonderful. Now, let's talk about his health. It looks like his people, his controllers, his puppet masters, whatever the heck they are aware of it. And they're trying all different kind of things. It doesn't seem like drugs are working. Even in this, it looks like he's handing her pills. Not really money. But again, pentacles can mean health. So it's like the doctor's aware, at least that pretend doctor, and keeps giving him stuff, but it doesn't really address it. It doesn't bring balance to the health. It's not addressing the problem, whatever it is he's taking, like, ingesting. They're worried, and they're just, so to try to keep people from knowing what's going on, they've decided to keep him out of the eye as much as, out of the public as much as possible. So, you know, they're canceling interviews, radios, podcasts, television appearances. Like, even that town hall, it was about answering questions, and he didn't, just because he wigged out. But the people around him are aware of this, whatever it's going on. I'm going to say that he's cognitively losing it, and they're worried about it, so they're trying to hide it. They're afraid of him exposing himself. So let's keep him under wraps. Let's keep him hidden. We're scared he's going to show everybody what's going on. We have to keep him home, locked inside, kind of out of view of both Democrats and Republicans. This one's more blue than it looks there. We don't want either side to know, really. Our own people or the other side. That there's a medical issue, emergency happening. This green plus is medical to me, and it's like, emergency, emergency, come right away. It's also part of his life contract. The mental decline is part of the contract. And, you know, the contract is coming to an end. Well, that was interesting. So there's that. Now, I'm going to look at one more thing. I keep getting, even if they have to prop him up, that they're going to act like he's okay. You know, election day or whatever. Is he still around on election day? That's my question. Is the Oompa Loompa 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 still around on election day? Oh, they're working at it, working on it as much as they can. It's not going to be easy. They're hoping. They're working behind the scenes. They're doing everything they can to try to make him get across the finish line. They'll do tricks, whatever, you know. Really, you can't put anything past them. And the more shady and underhanded, the more likely they're prepared to go all out. But this is on display, even on election day. And he might have to be laying down or something. Interesting. Because now that Ten of Pentacles keeps talking to me about inherited mental problems. Okay. I have this interesting monster deck. I'll pull a couple cards of that regarding his health. It was a mash, bum 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 bum, a monster mash, dun 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 dun. The graveyard smash, dun 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 dun. The monster mash, bum 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 bum. Okie dokie. Well, he gets the woods, because he ain't out of the woods. He's deep in the woods. It's becoming deeper, deeper, more lost. He gets the deep again, going down. You know, being emotionally overwhelmed. Like even that euphoria is like an emotional overwhelm. But also, you could get really sad or really angry or something. There's some kind of emotional component of this that you can't control. There's that. And also just this need to get away or escape or run or kind of get away from yourself almost. And we get fire. I think, you know, it's happening really before our eyes. And I feel like between now and then, now in the election, there's going to be even more evidence of it before our eyes. Because, you know, it's like, it's burning wildly. It's like a wildfire. It'll just show up, you know, or you least expect it. You can't control when it's going to spark and flare up.